In this tutorial, I'll show you step by step how to make a large clutch purse with an inner pocket and a magnet closure. I've also provided the pattern that I made for this bag on my website if you follow the link in the description below. You can download it for free, no email sign up required. I also decided to make a cute decorative handle for this bag to make it look a little more interesting, so I'll show you how I did that too. The first step is to apply the interfacing to the front, the back, and the base of the bag. Since I'm using a fairly heavy interfacing for this bag, this isn't entirely necessary though. For the straps, I used a slightly lighter weight interfacing since I will be folding these in half. After applying the interfacing, you want to add the magnetic snap to the front fabric, but then the lining you want to add it to the back flap piece. Use the dot on the pattern to help you with placement for this. I do recommend applying a bit of interfacing on the back of the lining layer to reinforce the magnet. From the front of the bag, we already applied interfacing, so that's already taken care of. Now you want to sew the base gusset to the front of the bag. Now you want to add the back and flap to the bag. When finished, you want to turn your bag to the right side out and be sure to press all of your seams. Now let's get the straps put together. Sew your two strap pieces in half and then turn them to the right side. Make sure to press them so that they lay flat. Sew the two strap pieces together at a diagonal. Now you want to fold the two pieces around each other to create that decorative strap design. Fold the first piece over and then fold it again so that it's parallel to the other piece. Then you want to fold the second piece over and then fold it again so it's parallel to the first piece. And then continue this pattern for the entire length of the straps. Once you're finished, you'll want to pin it so that everything stays secure in place. And then sew it in place because it will come undone if you don't sew it. To hide my stitches, I decided to sew along the zigzag edge along the entire strap. Next, you want to baste the straps to the side of your bag. Now let's get the ruffle going. The first thing that you want to do is make a narrow hem on both ends of the ruffle piece. Then you want to fold the ruffle in half with the wrong sides together. Add a wide basting stitch along the long side of the ruffle and gather it. Pin the ruffle to the edges of the bag and then even out the gathers and then stitch it in place. Now it's time to prep the lining. The first thing to do is make the pocket, hem the top edge and fold over the side and bottom edges of the inner pocket, and then sew it to the back of the lining. The opening of the pocket should be facing the center of the lining and it should be on the opposite end of the magnet. Now you want to assemble the lining in the same way that you assembled the rest of the bag, except you want to leave a small base in the center of the lining so that you'll be able to flip the bag to the right side. Now it's time to attach the bag and lining. Place the bag inside the lining with the right sides together and sew all the way around the edge of the bag and the flap. Flip the bag to the right side through that gap in the lining and then sew up the gap. Edge stitch the top of the bag to make it nice and neat. And now you're finished. You have a cute little clutch with a fancy strap.